Presented by Listen Headlines, latest world news from trusted sources. Updating daily at 6 a.m. New York.
Wall Street Journal World News.
April 9, 5:17 America, New York. Beyond asthma. Designing inhaled drugs to fight more diseases. Vaccines, chemotherapy are among medicines that could be delivered through the lungs. We're pushing the boundaries of delivery.
Washington Post World. April 9, 5:06 America, New York. Roadside bomb kills 2 soldiers in northwest Pakistan. The Pakistani military says a roadside bomb killed 2 soldiers in the country's northwest.
New York Times World News.
April 9, 5 o'clock America, New York. The World Bank is getting a new chief. Will he pivot toward climate action? Under pressure from world leaders, development experts and shareholders, the bank opens its spring meeting on Monday, poised for big changes.
New York Times World News.
April 9, 5 o'clock America, New York. El Salvador decimated its ruthless gangs. But at what cost? In the year since El Salvador declared a state of emergency, the government has delivered a stunning blow to the gangs that were once the ultimate authority in much of the country. Soldiers on patrol on one of the main roads in Soyapango, El Salvador.
Wall Street Journal World News.
April 9, 5 o'clock America, New York. Arts Calendar. Happenings for the week of April 9. Mrs. Maisel takes the stage once more. A Pulitzer-winning spin on Hamlet opens. The curtain falls on Phantom of the Opera, and more. Mirror World News.
April 9, 4:47 America, New York. Dad of Brit sisters killed in West Bank says family is diminished after gun attack. Leo D., 51, discovered his daughters had died and his wife had been seriously injured when he turned on a Google tracking device and reached the Hamra settlement.
Wall Street Journal World News.
April 9, 4:43 America, New York. China's repeated detention of Japanese citizens raises tensions. Hideji Suzuki, freed last year after completing a 6-year sentence on an espionage conviction in China, describes his ordeal.
Washington Post World.
April 9, 4:31 America, New York. Tensions build around Jerusalem shrine after Syria rockets. Israeli warplanes and artillery have struck targets in Syria following rare rocket fire from its northeastern neighbor.
CNN World News.
April 9, 3:49 America, New York. Northern Ireland's peace babies say sectarianism lives on, thwarting progress. Corey Conlon grew up thinking Protestants were the bad guys.
New York Times World News.
April 9, 3:33 America, New York. Leaked documents show Seoul torn between U.S. demands and its own policy. The documents showed the United States most likely spied on a key Asian ally as pressure built for South Korea to help Washington supply ammunition to Ukraine. A K-9 howitzer at a test site for Hanwha Aerospace, South Korea's largest defense contractor. Washington Post World.
April 9, 2:24 America, New York. Marseille building collapses, rubble fire stymies rescue. A residential building in the port city of Marseille has collapsed in a loud explosion, and a fire within the rubble is hindering rescue efforts.
BBC News World.
April 9, 1 o'clock America, New York. Israel hits multiple targets in Syria after rocket attacks overnight. The country said 6 rockets were fired towards the Golan Heights from sites inside Syria.
BBC News World. April 9, 0:01 America, New York. Aurélien Pradier, the rising star shaking up French politics. Aged 37, Aurélien Pradier has exploded onto France's political stage after ruining Macron's plans. BBC News World.
April 8, 23:52 America, New York. U.S. urges China to show restraint amid Taiwan drills. The U.S. said it is monitoring Beijing's actions after a visit to California by Taiwan's president.
World News. Breaking international news and headlines, Sky News.
April 8, 23:47 America, New York. Israel retaliates after 6 missiles fired from Syria towards Golan Heights. 6 rockets have been fired from Syria towards Israel overnight, according to the Israeli military. Fences are seen on the ceasefire line between Israel and Syria in the Israeli-occupied Golan Heights. File pic. Fox World News.
April 8, 21:30 America, New York. Israeli military. 3 rockets fired from Syria toward Israel. Jews, Christians, and Muslims alike flock to Israel each spring for Easter, Passover, and Ramadan. This year, violence is part and parcel of worship.
Fox World News.
April 8, 2042 America, New York. Ben Ferencz, last living Nuremberg prosecutor of Nazis, dies. An internationally recognized leader during and after the Second World War, Ferencz went above and beyond the call of duty to restore dignity to Jewish peoples.
World News. Breaking international news and headlines, Sky News.
April 8, 2040 America, New York. Last surviving Nuremberg trials prosecutor dies aged 103. Ben Ferencz, the last surviving prosecutor from the Nuremberg trials in Germany, has died at the age of 103. Benjamin Ferencz pictured in November 2010.
CNN World News.
April 8, 2018 America, New York. China jails man who scared chickens to death. There's an old Chinese saying that goes, "Kill the chicken to scare the monkey."
World News. Breaking international news and headlines, Sky News.
April 8, 1952 America, New York. Leaving bash for Yaya the giant panda ahead of return to China. A farewell party for Yaya the giant panda has been held at Memphis Zoo ahead of her departure back to China. Yaya pictured in October 2020.